Hi there, my name is Frances and welcome to my studio vlog. I'm going to be doing a voiceover introduction to every one of my vlogs just because I get super nervous doing intros, but I do whimsical, magical kind of fantasy style art. I love doing unicorns and drawing horses. I love toads, mushrooms, wolves, foxes. So last year I started an art business, or I set up a little Shopify shop, and I'm just vlogging my progress. And if you want to join me, subscribe and just keep updated what I'm doing, that would be amazing. But yeah, I'm just documenting my struggles, successes, just keeping like a visual diary of my art journey. It's been a while since I last did my last vlog. I'm new to YouTube, so I've only done like a couple of like vlogs, and I started them back in, I think it was almost like 11 months ago now, and I've just been sort of like busy like with work and haven't really sort of done much arty stuff to kind of film, but about a month and a half ago I finished my seasonal work, so I am back doing my art stuff. I don't want to sort of like do that, like kind of stop and start my art stuff. I'm going to be back doing my seasonal stuff this coming spring, but I want to try and like fit art stuff around. I think because I started like a new job last summer, and I think my headspace was like just, I had a lot to learn and stuff, so I was sort of busy thinking about that really. But if you like sort of like whimsical fantasy type art, I do quite like detailed stuff. I set up a Shopify store last year, and I've very slowly been putting things onto it. I've just had some wooden pins arrive, and I've just sort of like unpeeled them and sort of checked them, and I really like them. What else? Oh, I had some fabric printed, so I was working on like fabric pattern, and I've got that printed. I haven't made anything from it yet because I had to go out and get some thread, and yeah, it's just trying to like find this, sometimes the time, the space to do stuff. So I live on a narrowboat with my husband and our dog child, so space obviously is really limited for us, and I haven't been able to do any sewing or anything, because I don't have a table or anything that I can fit at. Like I can't, if I do my sewing, I've had my sewing machine here, I have to sort of stand up and use it, whereas you're meant to like sit down and use it. So but I've got a table that my mum brought over, and she brought my sewing machine over because I was going to do some sewing down at hers, which is currently right by my knees. So yeah, it's just sort of like getting stuff out, and because it's a lot of like moving, like I have to move this out the way. Like if I bought a printer like recently to do like some packaging, like some prints and packaging. I haven't really printed anything at all from it yet. I've just spent like hours trying to set it up, like trying to connect it to like the computer. Didn't connect it to a computer, of course it wouldn't, but I did manage to connect it to my iPad. But yeah, I'm just sort of like, it's this like game of just sort of shuffling stuff around. So a lot of the time, if I need this, like for doing anything, I have to sort of like shove it onto the sofa or like in the kitchen or something. The kitchen, by the way, is like here, which is currently full of dirty dishes and stuff. So, but I've been working on this Midnight Horse picture for quite a while actually. It's going to have like a lot of gold ink on it, so I've got like gold stars, gold like moon and sun. So it's going to be, I'm going to paint sort of using gold ink on there. So yeah, and then I've just sort of been doing like little illustrations really. Doing little illustrations is quite good. Like I can sort of finish them in a few days, and they're quite easy to turn into sort of like products. So I recently just had some notepads made, which are currently sat right there, still in the box that it arrived in, because I have literally nowhere to put them. So yeah, so at some point next year I'm going to have to build some storage. I am so hot right now. My cheeks are really red. I'm sweating so much. I've turned the fire down. It's really cold outside actually. Really cold. But it's like too hot in here. Ugh. So something kind of new and exciting that I thought I would show you is, so this is a lamp. It's got a light bulb. So this is, on here is one of my illustrations, which I did a long time ago. So when I was first sort of had the idea of wanting to do, like get into having like my own like art business sort of thing, I was sort of dabbling in sort of watercolour and pen, and so this is sort of like, I don't know if you can see it now. Yeah, so it's like a tube light with a plug. So my sister got this made for me from the shop that she works at that sort of makes handmade lamps, all different types of like lamps, like huge big ones, like lampshades, like sort of standing like freestanding lamps like this. All she did was just use like one of my Instagram pictures, and just printed this off, which it's not bad quality actually, because normally when you sort of enlarge like a picture, so like you've taken off from your phone or something, it can be quite sort of pixelated, but it's not bad. But yeah, so the business that she works at, they're also like the local, like they all make everything by hand, but they can do like a print on demand service for these lamps, or like sort of any sort of style, shape of lamp that they do. So I went in and saw people, saw my sister, had a quick look around. I've been sent over some of the template sort of sizes for different sort of size lamps, and we're going to get sort of make some artwork, which I think kind of look good. I mean, I could sort of do this illustration. It's quite nice. Obviously, I'd have to scan the original and like clean it up and stuff. But I mean, if people like the little fox, I've got this little fox looking at a bumblebee with some little rabbit friends. But yeah, so that is something like a product that I'm going to offer on the shop. So it means that, so I'm going to sort of like look heavily into like print on demand services, because they are great for if you're limited on space and limited for money. It also means that the like whatever you're buying gets sent straight to you from the company, so they would make these up and then ship them straight to you, so I don't have to worry about stuff like that. But yeah, that's exciting. So I'm actually gonna have some like proper like lamps made and like with my images on. It's the company that my sister works for. They seem to sort of like have a lot of like independent artists that sort of go to them and get their their artwork printed on or made into lamps and lampshades. So yeah, so that's exciting. So I'm gonna have to get some art up together, sort of make some stuff. So that's what I got planned for next year. I don't know where to put this now. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably just put it down there. Wow. So yeah, so I'm gonna have a look at like print on demand services and see what I can get made and stuff, because that would be perfect. Because obviously, as I said, very, very, very limited on space and also money as well. Like, who's got like hundreds or thousands of pounds just to spend on like a load of like product? And it's like shifting it as well. So yeah, so I'm gonna look into what I can get made. But yeah, in the meantime, it's funny, like, actually, because I haven't really spent a lot of time like actually doing art stuff. I've been like doing so much behind the scenes, and I think because I haven't really sort of been filming much at all really since my last like vlog that I did, and that's just purely because I've just been, it's just a lot of like research, a lot of like looking, like reading stuff, reading about different companies, different like paper types and stuff like that, like and then sort of like I've managed to have like an email, like a mailing newsletter email sign up subscription I managed to do on my website. So when you click on my website, there's like a little pop-up that says sign up to the newsletter and get like 10% off. So I'll have that to sort of like, so when I launch stuff like the lamps or anything like that, like I've got, I can let people know like I've got this coming or whatever. I can also offer things like discounts and things like that. So yeah, that, I mean, that, to be honest, that wasn't too hard, too faffy to sort of get into. And then I've got a thermal printer to print out like packing labels, and I was trying to print off a label the other day and it just would not do it. I mean, what I had to do in the end was get the printer out, print off the packing label, cut it, and then stick it onto the package. I did eventually get it to work. I had to sort of like go into like on the computer settings and then and then get the computer could kind of recognise the printer as like a printer. So anyway, it's just faffy stuff. So, but yeah, like actually I'm hoping, like as things kind of progress, I will have a bit more time to spend on actually sort of creating art. Yeah, but also I have to be aware of because I have this really bad thing, which I think probably like a lot of people do, is that you kind of compare yourself to other people, and my style of art takes a long time to do, and a lot of the people that I follow on Instagram, YouTube, their style of art is quite quick, so they can produce quite a lot of stuff in a short period of time, whereas I can't really do that, and I'm sort of like, I feel like really slow, like, oh no, I'm not doing enough stuff, like that sort of thing. But it's like, no, like my style is like, how I do like really detailed stuff, so of course it's going to take longer to do, even like a little illustration. Like, so I've got like my hair and moth sticker, which is like probably like a little yay big sort of illustration, and then like my little mushroom. I think I did that in a day, I think. But yeah, that was like a little illustration as well. That I've used that illustration to death. I've got like the notepads, I've got the pin, keychain, sticker. What I actually wanted to do was do like a little mushroom bundle as well. So, but I need to get backing cards as well for my pins. I've designed them. This is like the style that I'm just kind of going for. It kind of, the font and everything kind of matches everything else. The ferns as well. And I've got like my little oh my god, I'm trying to angle it so you can see it. Logo. There. That's gonna be like my new logo. If I can do like a better close up, then I will. But yeah, those are the pins, backing cards, which I'm hoping to print out on the computer, but I don't have any card yet, so that's something. Yeah, that's my new logo that I'm going to be going with for a while. So I think I've had enough of it and I'll do something else. But yeah,